Oops. Okay. Uh, Today I'll discuss about ID versus NE. Okay. What is ID and what is NE? And why it's means almost similar, not 100%, but almost similar. Okay, let me clarify first. ID basically we use any ID is normally used in Objective C and NE is used in Swift. Let me clear first. Okay. Whenever we have any doubt in mind that this data type might be a class object, might be a string object, might be a number object, means NS compatibility objects from Objective C, then we use ID. Means you never know what data type is coming from your server or backend or API. Okay. At that case, we use ID to make it compatibility that this data type is might be this or might be this. Otherwise, if your data type is receiving as a class object and you are assigning as a string, then there might be a crash or then there may be some memory leaks. So to make it comfortable, we use ID. In similar case, in Swift, if we have any doubt in mind that this object should be, this object might be from different data types or different objects or different kind of object, then we use any. So in common language, I can say that it's a container where you can handle any kind of data type. This ID data type which handle class object, NS number object, NS error object, and anything. And in any similar. Let me give you some example. This here, okay, this is an Objective C. Okay, look at this. Okay, I took data type is ID. I'm not, but what data type is handling, that is NS string, that is string. Okay, this one is okay. Objective C quotation. Okay, so it handles NS subject, NS string. So then if obviously then after receiving, then I found that it's a string, then I will convert to string and then I will process the data as per my requirement. So first thing is you have to know what data type is receiving. This part is unknown to you because it may be coming from database. It may coming from your remote server or client server or any source of your information. Once it comes, okay. Once it comes, you notice that this data type of this data type is from string or array or class object. Then you will next step what you'll handle. Next step you will handle as per your requirement. That this is the string object, this is a class object. So I convert it to the string, then print this, and yes, it works also. Let me check. Yes, look at this, some value. Okay, so this is the universal handler, universal container of any object. You can say that it can handles any data type from Objective C, if platform, you can say. One more thing, similar type of concept, similar type of object. When the Swift is introduced, so they did not know how to manage this type of issues. Okay, so there was an issue related to these two ID. So they can handle string, they can handle uh, integer, they can handle the errors. Okay, so if there is any data type, or if some your application, obviously you cannot migrate your application within a second or within a minute, because you are migrating your code from Objective-C to Swift. It's a tough task, it's a complicated task, you can say also. Then how will handle this kind of scenario? So they introduced that concept, that is any. So whatever object in that ID, you put it in the any. Then then you check what data type in any. Let me give you some example. Look at this. Okay, this is the from the documentation. Okay, look, I declare a variable things of any with array. Okay, so I append integer, I append float, I append number, I append decimal number, I append string, I append arrays, that is 3.0 and 5.0. Okay, and I also append you can say that string with data or handling. Okay, so this any concept handles, look at this, how many concepts it handles: integer type, float type, number type, then decimal number type, string, then you can say array concept, then a class object, sorry, you can say that function objects. Okay, so the best part of the ID or any is it handles any data type in Objective-C, any data type in Swift. Okay, in Objective-C it handles ID, it Objective-C in handle. Yes, there might be some restrictions that I'll put it here. Any there is a in any, the any type represents value of any type, includes optional types. Swift gives you a warning if you use an optional value where a value of type any is expected. If you really do need to use an optional value as an any value, you can use this operator to explicitly cast optional value to any. Okay, obviously if you are using if you really do need to use an optional value, if there is an optional value to any, obviously you need to cast to the any. Look at this piece of code. So this one is the optional value. Okay, but here you appending as a direct number. This will show warning because this one is optional value and it treats as a any, because optional element, it might be null, it might be any number. It does not know. This value does not know, na. It may this value does not know if there it's optional. then it might be null, it might be a value. So to handle these type of conflicts, it you have to cast it as a any. Look at this expression implicitly coerced from the any to any. Okay, because you are taking initial integer to optional value. It's optional chaining. This one is optional chaining. Okay. So if you are taking optional, that means this value might be null. So in that scenario, you have to consider that this optional value to any, so that you can handle properly. So hopefully this might be some clarification on what is ID and what is any. In look at the side by side. In any, this one is the hand. Any in in Swift, any can handle any type of objects, class object or string object, float, decimal, number, integers. And in Objective C, it also handles the class object, ns integer, ns numbers, ns decimals, class object also. Okay, so this is the one I have to need to show you how it is almost similar, but not the 100%. Sim maybe syntax based, but it's similar. Okay, in Object C you can use ID. In Swift you can use any. So that is the basic. See you in next video. Thank you.